with you. The voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah, 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Mix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Girl, the whole doggone thing was off. How y'all doing? Let me fix my... I think when I tied my shirt. How y'all doing? Happy Tuesday. Come on in. Come on in. Shout out to everybody in the building. Happy Tuesday. I'm so glad to be home. Happy Tuesday. Shout out to everybody in the building. You guys, please get the likes up on the video. It's Tuesday, right? Yeah, it's Tuesday. And I hope you guys had a good day yesterday. I was supposed to come back and go live yesterday with baddies, but I couldn't get around to it. I did upload some content, and I got some more content for you coming after this with the lady Pebbles and her husband. If y'all haven't seen that video, it's on the channel. Go look at the whole live from Rooter to Tutor with Pebbles and her husband. I have more updates on that, and I will be putting out a video later. I got to do Basketball Wives. So it'll come out in a couple days. It'll be out for sure. Then I wanted to get into, did y'all see that McDonald's worker who went and stabbed that lady? I want to do a video on that too. So be looking out for that. And yeah, shout out to everybody in the building. What else? Any other announcements I want to make? I forgot. I will say this. As far as happy birthday, sweet Tasha. She said today my birthday. Happy birthday, beautiful. Happy birthday. And I hope you have many more. When I watched Basketball Wives, though, it dawned on me the whole point of this whole having Chantel on the show, and this for people who watch Basketball Wives. The point of Chantel being on the show is to gather all these girls so that can go against Jackie. They tried it last season. Evelyn tried to do it with Jackie. They've been trying to ice Jackie out of Basketball Wives LA to make Evelyn the face of it since Miami failed. And it's dawning on me that them having Chantel on the show is so that could be a way to make Jackie either quit or walk away from the show or something like that. And it took for Chantel to go around there and start talking about, are you on my side? Pick a side. I said, yeah, there you go. But yeah, and for y'all, for Basketball Wives people, we'll discuss it. Y'all, the video coming out later on for sure. We'll discuss it. I just didn't like it. But y'all know I don't like Chantel anyway. So it is what it is. And that Brittany, I'd have been a snatched her and that hijab. Girl, matter of fact, where is the Muslim people? How come the Muslim people ain't came out and shamed this girl? This girl be out here not drinking. Well, she definitely be cursing, acting a fool, all in the hijab. I've never seen them people act like that. I have never, ever seen them folks act like that. And whoever them people is, they should have came out and shamed her. Because she only did it for Kevin Gates anyway, and he a $5 Muslim too. You feel what I'm saying? Girl, it's just a lot, but, we'll discuss it on Basketball Wives. We'll discuss it. But shout out to everybody in the building. We have a show today. We will be discussing the following. JT gets owned by a fan for overstepping her bounds and not listening, and I loved every minute of it. Candace Owens gets owned by Princella, the Queen Maker, Princella. We're going to talk about that, and it's about the feminism versus not type thing. We'll deal with that. Jamal White. So they found the person who kidnapped that little boy we talked about yesterday. And we're going to get into, it's a lot going on. It's giving me drug or gang type of stuff going on with this thing, but we'll get into it. Beyonce gets robbed, or not necessarily robbed. Somebody stole her unreleased music. I don't believe none of it, but we'll discuss it. Rihanna disrespects America. Not really. They asked her who wrote the John Hancock, and she said she don't know, but she's not American, nor should she. And let that be a lesson to y'all. And then we got Teddy Bridgewater getting suspended for doing the right thing. Y'all get the likes up on the video, please and thank you. We got a few things to discuss in here. Now, while I let me see where we at on likes. Yeah, we not where we supposed to be at on the likes. I'm gonna go ahead on and give y'all a little commercial break. Just something real quick, not too much. Quick little commercial break. I need y'all to jump on that like button really quickly. Shout out to everybody in the building. We're trying to get to 50,000 subscribers. So if you guys can please subscribe to the channel, it will not only give you good content, but you'll know when I go live and upload and things of that nature. But also you can help me get to 50,000 subscribers. It's not a lot. I don't think so. Anyway, here comes the commercial break, y'all. Go ahead on, like the video.
Let's go, Miss Peggy.
Y'all make it.
Let's go, Peggy. Miss Peggy bother, Peggy bother, Peggy bother. Make that ass drop, make that ass rock. Ooh, make that ass drop, make that ass rock. Ooh, do it for a whopper, make it wobble for a whopper. Wobble for a whopper, make it wobble for a whopper. Ooh, Peggy Sue, ooh, Peggy, ooh, Peggy, ooh. Peggy about to say she about to work it like a black girl. Make that ass jump, make it rock like a black girl. Rock. You fine, Peggy. You fine, Peggy. Ooh, you fine, Peggy. Ooh, bow-legged Peggy and a booty kind of heavy. Bend it on those girl, toot it like a levy. Bow-legged Peggy, booty kind of heavy. Bend that ass over, toot it like a levy. Lift that ass, lift that ass, lift that ass. Ooh, Peggy about to work, she about to rock, she about to move, she about to make it. Oh, Miss Peggy.
Have you a friend like the video? I sure hope so. Come on in. All right. So I want to start off this show. We're going to start off with this Teddy Bridgewater thing. For everybody who don't know who Teddy B is my boy. Let me stop. No, but I love Teddy Bridgewater. So Teddy Bridgewater was once the quarterback for the New Orleans Saints. Didn't he play before the Saints? No, I know crab legs. Jameis Winston came from Tampa Bay to New Orleans. Teddy came from, I know he played with the Jets and I know he played with New Orleans. Don't give me the line. So I know he's an NFL or prior NFL quarterback who, I will say this, has a heart of gold. The time he was in New Orleans, no cap. The time this man was in New Orleans, this man, like, you can tell he's genuine, like he's genuinely like one of those guys. Does that make sense? Like, I'll say this when it comes to Teddy Bridgewater. Very few people coming from New Orleans and being in the hospitality service, I done ran across a lot of celebrities. A lot. I ran across a lot of athletes. Chris Paul, done worked with him personally to make up chef plates and all that stuff at restaurants, all type of stuff. And let me say this, very few of them come in and really get out there and connect with the people. I would say, if I could name some, and this is off the top of my head, what's his name? Alvin Kamara. He's one of those that come connect with the people. Crab legs, he come connect with the people. Teddy Bridgewater was one of those people. Like, he care about people. He one of them people who made it into the celebrity world, but he slipped through the cracks because he really a genuine good dude. From what I saw, I don't know him personally, but from what I saw, long story short, so he decided after his football, his NFL career, that he would take his sights over to underprivileged Black American children, or at least Black children. Let's go there. Underprivileged Black children that didn't have nothing. Let me say this too, and I tell y'all all this all the time. If you want to see the most neglected children, go to a football game. If you want to see the most neglected children, go to a little league football game. Most of their parents don't be there. I'm going to be honest. Now, the ones who do be there, kudos to those parents. But there are parents, especially with these young Black boys, they do not work with their kids. Just period. I'm going to be honest. This is our criticism that I have for us as a basketball mom. I've been doing this basketball mom stuff since my baby was 5 years old. She's 22. So I know what I'm talking about. I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. And all my family, all my nieces and nephews play sports. Every single one of them. So I done been around basketball, football, soccer. I done been around it all. The most neglected children are at the football field. Most of the time, if the coach don't come pick most of these kids up, they won't never make it to practice because their mamas be either working or mamas don't even give a damn. Let's just call it a thing. Well, Teddy Bridgewater decided to take his resources because, see, this is what the powers that be don't want them to use the resources for. But he decided to take his resources and go to some underprivileged black kids and say, you know what? Not only am I going to coach you, which is a great thing. This is an NFL quarterback. I'm going to make sure everything you need is taken care of. If it's Uber rides to get you to and from practice, if it's any type of medical, anything. This man decided to come out of his own pocket and help the underprivileged black children of the neighborhood and got suspended from high school coaching. Now, remember on this channel, I'm very, very big on asking the questions. If you don't ask questions when you see something or hear something, you are blindly walking through life. You are not living. You're just walking around like Ray Charles. So then my question would be, why? Why would a committee, a supervisor, or anybody have an issue with Teddy Bridgewater doing positive things? Out of his own pocket. Yes, Simeon. Out of his own pocket. No money, no reason. No, he not even doing he not taking no collections or nothing. He's taking money out of his own account and making sure these kids are good with football and he gets suspended. Okay. Now I got this video of him with the boys and I want to show you. It's only a 30-second video. Check it out.
This is what we got. Hey, take a look around the gate. This is what I want us to do. I want all of us to walk along the gates and tell everybody thank you all for coming out, man. When we got the community behind us, Liberty City in Northwestern is a special place. Yes, sir. Understand that. Take notice of what the happened today around that fence. It's going to be triple that, quadruple that come Friday nights. So walk around and just tell everybody thank you, man. I appreciate y'all. Way to work. I'll see y'all Monday, man. Hey, get better on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
You heard me, Nick. Now, why is this important? I need y'all to really understand what you're looking at right here. Every sense of change since the beginning of this society that we live in through America or in America has come through one group of people. Let's see who can put it in the chat. There's one group of people that change comes through. It don't come through no other group of people except one group of people on the face of this earth. It's specifically in America. I'll say that. I can't speak. I never lived abroad for long periods of time, so I don't know. I would be wrong to get on here and tell y'all that, but I know specifically in America, thank you, Toria, in America, the only way things change for everybody is through the children. Hear me out. Think about your civil rights movement. Most of the people getting bit by dogs and hit with water hoses were 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. You get it? Children. The old saying is, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So you have to start with the children. Now, if I'm in charge of the world and I want horrible things to happen to a group of people, what is the group that I would attack? I would attack their children because I know that it's one thing to attack the adults, but there may be some resilience there, maybe some wisdom, maybe some knowledge. They may be able to bounce back, but them kids, if I can attack these children or at least make these children believe what it is I'm saying, I'm golden. Because one thing we know children are is what? Rebellious, right? Now, why is this important? If I want to do great things to a group of people, what is the group of people that I need to go and start with? The children, not the adults, Not the grandmothers, the mamas, the daddies, the cousins, the children. So if I want to do something negative, I have to go through the children. If I want to do something positive, I have to go through the children. Now, Teddy Bridgewater could just be a good guy giving back to the community, thinking, let me make sure these kids are good, make sure keep them out of trouble. These kids could be out there doing drugs. They could be Kia boys stealing cars. They could be unaliving people doing drill music. Let me take my own personal money out of my pocket and put it towards something that's going to better the future of these children, right? Okay? This is why the powers that be suspended him. If you want to understand why, it's because of this right here. They don't want, first of all, none of us getting this bright idea to go and do positive things with our children. Remember, recently we have been harming our children. Drill music, ratchet culture, TV, internet. Recently, we have literally been harming our children. Teddy Bridgewater is an NFL quarterback. If Teddy Bridgewater does this, more potential prior NFL players or maybe even other people might want to go in and do something like this. And collectively, you can change the trajectory of a people. This is a problem. And this is why Teddy Bridgewater was suspended. It wasn't because he did anything wrong. It's actually because he did it right. See, the world wants you to believe that they really want the best for you. That's the biggest okie doke you've ever heard. Okay, there's a reason why Black schools are in impoverished areas. They have the worst lunches, the worst curriculums. They have no books. They want to keep that class permanently where it is. Not only keep it where it is, they want it to go down, 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 down. That's why the lunches are bad, the environments are bad, the parents are bad. Everything around these places are bad to keep you in this perpetual cycle, right, of nothing. If someone like Teddy Bridgewater comes along and starts to change the mindset of the youth, that immediately puts a monkey wrench in the powers that be's plan. Does that make sense? So they got to get him up out of here. Now, hold that thought. And I listen, when I be on here telling y'all this, I don't be talking out the side of my neck. I'm telling y'all real God's on this truth. I'm telling you what God love. Okay? Now, pause. Let me roll you back another one. So word got out that Teddy Bridgewater was getting suspended. Now, everybody is freaking out. First and foremost, he wasn't even an employee. Let's start there first. Teddy Bridgewater did not work for the schools. He was volunteering. So it's almost like you can't fire me if I don't work for you, nor could you suspend me if I don't work for you. So there's that. But this is how hard up the powers that be are. How dare this nigga come in and volunteer to give his money? Hell no. So you can't literally suspend him because he don't work for you. He's volunteering. He doesn't work for you. So you can't suspend him, okay? So look, but listen, enough Black people in America and specifically in Liberty City aren't gonna lose their minds about this, because you know why? As a collective, Black Americans no longer care about our children. So if I'm just being completely honest with you, and let me get on here and say this, I know my people. I love my people. But I'm honest with my people. As a collective, my people don't care about kids. As a collective. Not saying you, not saying me. I'm saying if I put all the Black people in a group, there's a large number of them that don't give a damn about kids. So with that being said, something like this is just going to be water under the bridge, because we are not going to bitch about it. Now, we just finished bitching about Essence Festival. We here for it. We was just bitching about FBA versus this, that, and the third. We were just bitching about Africa. We were just over here rolling it out. Remember, y'all was here. But now when it's time to deal with the kids, everybody get quiet. But again, you don't have to say it out loud. People's actions show in my community that collectively, we don't care about kids. Collectively. And that's just my observation. I could be wrong. I hope that I'm wrong. But from what I've seen with my own eyes, collectively, we don't care about kids. So something like this is going to go water under the bridge. The kids will be back in poverty in no time, and we'll be back in a perpetual cycle of crackheads, drug dealers, city girls, and so on and so forth. I had to say that part, but back to the story. So where was I? So now everybody starts sharing this story of Teddy Bridgewater volunteering and getting suspended. And I seen RG3, a lot of athletes were sharing this thing. And let me say this to the athletes that are sharing. And I get it, everybody don't have time, and everybody can't give back in the same way. Sometimes you have to give back in the way in which is feasible for you. And I gotta be understanding of that. But to the other NFL players who sharing, I just want to say, or any other athlete, anybody, I get it. Like, you doing your due diligence on here, but y'all with that power, y'all yield, the power that football players, basketball players, the celebrity power that you yield could be used to do so much more. I will say this, I understand that when y'all sign y'all contracts with the powers that be, part of this is that you can't do for your people. See, this is why Teddy Bridgewater getting in trouble now. See, that's why y'all always wonder, have y'all ever wondered, whenever you watch a basketball game or a football game, whenever there's a victory or after the game and they signing autographs, y'all ever notice there's always a clear kid? Have y'all ever noticed that? I don't even know the last time I seen a black kid get anything from an athlete in the last maybe 10 years. Every time after a basketball game, a football game, it be some clear kid with Down syndrome. The little nigga got something else or something like that. A part of his hair missing or whatever. Or it just be some rich man's kid who can afford floor seats and they taking off shoes. This is why they can only do that with them. And don't tell me I'm making this up, because you're not going to tell me that all these black kids in America that love athletes, you can't never run across no black kids and bless them. Stop the cap. Anyway, especially when most black boys grow up with the desire to be an athlete. Cap. But anyway, neither here nor there. This is why that you see them doing these things, because part of their deal is you cannot do collectively for your community. Now, I've seen this happen. Well, no, I have not seen this happen in any other culture. As a matter of fact, the Vietnamese, when they get there, and I'm from New Orleans, big Vietnamese culture. But when they get their coin, they go back to the drawing board, put their money in a pot, and they make schools, they make buildings, they do all types of stuff. The only group of people on the face of this earth that they have a problem with doing that here is who? Us. And it's not because they're afraid that they're going to go in slavery. No. What they're going to be afraid is that they're going to be realized to be what they are, the underclass, the permanent underclass. See, right now we under hypnosis. We don't know, but it's neither here nor there. People were sharing the Teddy Bridgewater bit, and this is what whoever this person is, says. Teddy Bridgewater has been suspended from the Miami Northwestern, providing impermissible benefits to his players, which included Uber rides, physical therapy, pregame meals, recovery help, field paint, and more. If that's the case, Teddy Bridgewater should be celebrated, not suspended. Just my 2 cents. Now, the average American is not going to see this big picture. So the average American is going to go, yo, this is messed up. They should just not suspend Teddy Bridgewater. But it's bigger than the suspension. It's the fact that they're trying to literally put a stop to something that could collectively help us, at least in Liberty City. Right. And from what I'm hearing, Liberty City has a large Haitian community. So I don't know where the Haitians at. I'm pretty sure a lot of those little boys over there, maybe Teddy is Haitian. I'm pretty sure a lot of those little kids over there playing that football is Haitian. I don't know where the Haitians at, but y'all might want to jump on this. You know what I'm saying? But either way, everybody's freaking out because he's not getting recognition yet, and still he's being suspended or at least punished. But he's being punished because how dare you, Negro? You don't come in here and do the right thing. You're supposed to come in here and take that money and go F it off on strippers and go get 10 baby mamas and go and make a club and go do the Deion Sanders. Must be the money. You're supposed to go do that. Must be the money. It's turning me out. Must be the money. Must be the money. That's what you're supposed to do, Teddy B. You did the wrong thing. You were supposed to be at the club doing 100 bands in the air, my nigga. Why y'all think all the rest of them do it? is bigger than Teddy. It's bigger than football. This shit bigger than Liberty City, if we really want to be honest about it. And that's why I said I'm gonna take my time and talk about it, because I don't hear a lot of people do. I don't hear enough. I heard more about Essence, and that's a cultural event that we need to be worried about. But our children is much more important than Essence Festival. Y'all don't think so? I do. I don't know about you. I believe that our children are more important than Essence Festival. So I decided to take my time and come over here and bring it to you guys and see what you think. Now, let me say this. This is not to shame nobody or nothing like that, because everybody need work. Black Americans, we need work. We all need work. But at the end of the day, it's like, it's the little things. If we could just start little, you'd be surprised how far we could go. Now, Teddy has came out and spoke about this, right? Let's go get Teddy. Teddy came out and said something because everybody was freaking out about it. And Teddy's one of those people. Let me say this. Teddy is one of those people. He you know who he reminds me of? Cat Williams. Like, we wouldn't have knew Cat Williams was out here paying niggas bills and stuff when they was broke until the niggas came out here and said it. The only reason I knew Teddy Bridgewater was like this because he used to do stuff like this in New Orleans when he was the quarterback in New Orleans. So I already knew the type of nigga he was. You see what I'm saying? But the broader scale of people don't know that. And I think he's making a response because he probably feel like, dang, I ain't wanted to get that big. But it's bigger than Teddy. It's got to go big. It's got to go viral. It's got to be talked about, because if we don't attack these things that we know to be right or know to be true, those people are going to continue to walk around like they're not happening, and we just going to continue to be screwed. Okay? So this is what Teddy had to say. He said, damn, people done caused all this confusion. Got a phone call tonight and there's no real investigation going on. I told you I have to be an employee to be investigated. Now the paperwork thing still stands, but there was no investigation. We self-reported. So basically, he the one went and told them, hey, I've been taking my money. This is what I'm pretty positive happened, because I've done business like this before. I'm pretty positive they saw some things and decided to audit. Or maybe if they didn't audit, maybe he felt like if they decided to audit, let me go ahead and itemize this real quick and give it to these folks so they can know what's going on. He was actually being honest and having integrity, practicing integrity, in doing the right thing. So he volunteered the information to them just in case nothing comes up in the future. It says, Vern and his administrative homeboys want me gone, apparently, and tried to hire one of my dogs. Like, bro wasn't going to lace me up. The suspension came from MNW, and it's impossible to suspend someone who doesn't work for you. So if I'm suspended from MNW, I'm free to go to another school of my choice, but I'm not going anywhere. And if it comes down to it, I will volunteer from the bleachers like I used to do in 2018 and 2019 when no one had a problem. This is my last post about this BS. Now, let me show you how cutthroat the powers that be are, the system. Because all these people, the school board is a system. Your government, your local government, that is a system. Look how cutthroat he was. Because see, this is how they've been playing us all these years, hundreds of years. Because they know what one nigga won't do, it's a line of 30 niggas that will. They know that if you have integrity, it's 100 niggas behind you that don't. And them niggas is just as good as you at whatever it is we want you to do. So when Teddy Bridgewater brought up the fact that you tried to hire my friend, like my friend wasn't going to tell me, that's because in any other situation, the friend would have took the job and be like, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya, worry about his own pockets. It just so happened, it seemed like Teddy got thorough people around him. That's what it just so happened. It seemed like he has thorough people around him. But this is the point. The boy was volunteering from 2018 to 2019 and nobody knew about it. It's about it being known and them seeing the change. Let me tell you something. A personal story. I know this to be a fact. I know somebody who was a school principal in New Orleans public schools. Do you hear me? School principal. My sister. And she changed that school around. I'm not going to tell you the name of the school because the people from the city might know. And she ended up losing her career, her job. The school board called her up. First of all, they opened an investigation thinking that she was cheating on the standardized test because she was actually doing right by the children. Once they completed the investigation and saw there was no foul play, she's actually implementing a system into this system that helps these children to learn and test better. They fired her. My sister, blood, they fired her. She ain't been a school principal since. Are y'all catching on? They don't want you to better our children. That's why all of the stuff they do is geared toward who, ladies and gentlemen, our children. They don't want you to better the next generation of people. If you better the next generation of people, then you're going to mess up their plans. If you better the next generation of people, then you're going to mess up their plans for this. And God knows they don't want anything to come between that. See, if you create a better generation of children, then we won't be able to have this. We need this. Fire that nigga immediately. Get him up out of here. The nigga is doing too much. Okay? That's why Teddy got fired. That's why he got fired. That's why people all across the diaspora, or at least in Black America, that do anything good, that work in any type of system, anybody who knows, I don't care what it is, where you at, if it's for the betterment of the culture of the people or the collective of the people, your ass is fired. So I want to make noise about this. Kudos to Teddy Bridgewater. I hope that whatever he needs, he can get. I hope that us as a community maybe start a collective, a GoFundMe or something, where we just start collecting all type of money, and maybe we can start in Liberty City, and we can start doing this all around Black neighborhoods and major cities. Who knows? It can go from Liberty City to Miami to New Orleans to Houston. You get it? To St. Louis to Memphis to LA. You get it? They can't stop us all. See, the reason they was able to get down to the whole Tulsa and all that stuff, because they were doing onesie twosies. But if it's happening simultaneously, you see what I'm saying? So who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who am I? Who knows? Yep, it could be Atlanta. It could be anywhere. It could be anywhere. Who knows? But we would have to take an interest in our children to even think of something like that. And sadly, as a collective, I don't think my people have an interest in our children. But I hope that whatever Teddy needs is taken care of. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Shout out to everybody in the building. Aquarius Moon, thank you so much for becoming a member. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys get the likes up on the video. Y'all know I had to come and tell that and show that to y'all. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's like we have to discuss those things. I didn't like how it just got casually talked about and moved around. I ain't like that. I ain't like that at all. Speaking of New Orleans, see, I'm about to go on a tether rant real quick. Give me a second. So Sean Cotton, ain't he on Say Cheese TV? Sean Cotton from Say Cheese TV does an interview. Mind you, just in case anybody in the crowd hasn't really caught on, and it took me a while, but then it started to make sense. But Sean Cotton had on Say Cheese TV. He does a lot of interviews with a lot of people, Charleston White. He be getting into it with some people too. But ultimately, he may be Black American presenting, but he ain't no nigga.
He ain't even from Acorn.
So when I be hearing his opinion, which I rarely do, especially on Black Americans, I just be in my mind, like my ears be open, but my mind be closed. Cause nigga, you know? So they asked him about rappers, and this fool said, I don't want to get the other city wrong, because I know New Orleans was one of the cities. Baltimore. He said New Orleans and Baltimore, our accents is the reason why we can't become successful rappers, because our accents are what hurts us. Now, this is coming from an African, y'all. Check this out.
New Orleans, the accent is super hard.
I see why you're saying.
In New Orleans, we like to see movements come out of New Orleans. Hot Boys, all that type of shit.
Yeah. No
Limit. So, but you know, Rod 49 squeezed through the cracks. It's really hard for New Orleans because of the accent.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Rod 49 are playing or something. That nigga can't rap. This is no shade. He can't rap. That nigga trash. And what the hell he on? Y'all listen, the shit sound slow. The R word slow. You know what I'm about to say. That's the worst song I ever heard of. What the hell? What the helly on? What the deli on? What the hot? What the heel? What the mama? What the helly? That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. And I hate when y'all be typing that shit in the chat. I just want to say that part. But yeah, that nigga, I think that nigga a plant. You're not about to tell me that nigga slipped through the cracks. Ain't no way.
What other city I say? Baltimore? Accent. Sound like they from the UK. Two. New Orleans, the accent is super hard.
I see why you're saying.
Nigga, you ain't even from Acorn. We don't give a damn about what you talking about how you feel about an accent. Nigga, go, what's the Nigerian? What he is? Nigerian, Ghana? It don't matter. Go get an African accent. Get your duck ass off here. And it would be hard to you. I told y'all when these people go home into their houses, they don't go home to Black American culture. They go home to whatever culture they come from. I told y'all that. And as much music, pause, stop the press. Nigga, the greatest of the greats came out of New Orleans. Are you dumb? Fats Domino, are you dumb? BB King, are you dumb? Bitch. I'm not even gonna go in current. Are you okay? Are you? But again, when you don't know culture, you know, like Essence Festival, the reason why they brought Essence to New Orleans is because of how rich the Black American culture is. But when you don't know culture, yeah, Louis Armstrong, girl, it's not. I don't even have to name nobody recent. I could just go back, nigga. Yeah, let's move on. Girl, that man crazy. He said our accent. Shut your duck ass up. Weird looking ass nigga. He got money though, because I know that channel making coin. Okay. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Now I want to show y'all really quickly. Did y'all see? Let me tell y'all what's happening too. Y'all don't know this, but they are crossing roads with these streamers, these clear streamers, because this is what's going on. Let me tell you what's happening. So Aiden Ross, I know y'all heard of him. Aiden Ross. I forget what this little dude did. Neon, I've seen him. I think he interviewed Blueface one time or something. I can't remember. But this is what's happening, you guys. And I need y'all to take heed of this. They are trying to intersect the streaming world with hip hop. Let me tell you why. First of all, the streamer world need hip hop's money. There's money in the streamer world, but they need hip hop's audience. Does that make sense? The problem is most of your streamers are weird ass clear kids or foreigners. So when you start hearing more people advertise about streaming, I've seen Charleston White talk about it. I've seen a whole bunch of people talking about this streaming. Personally, I don't want to do it because I don't want nobody in my business like that. But I know you can make a lot of money. I know you can make a lot of money off of streaming. I just don't want nobody to know me like that. But neither here nor there. Everybody talking about streaming, and us, as far as in hip hop culture, we still over here at YouTube world in long form content and in short form content world. But they're trying to collab the two. Now, why is this important? Neon, who's a major streamer, clear kid, who talks hip hop, but you can tell ain't never been around a real nigga in his life. He goes on the Breakfast Club, and in his chat, every single person in his chat is calling just hilarious every single racial slur that they can call. Monkey, black monkey, wooty woo. Now, do I think that some of those people are trolls? Absolutely. However, do I think that a lot of those people are real people and are getting away with saying stuff that they would like to say to a black person in their face? So they doing it on TV? I mean, on the internet? Absolutely. So I believe it's a mixture of trolls and I believe it's a mixture of people. But that wasn't even the worst part. The worst part is, number one, I'm thinking, why is this kid on the Breakfast Club? We don't, like, our children are into streaming as far as Black Americans, but for the most part, we're not sitting down watching no stream. But then it dawned on me. I said, oh, they trying to get him this audience, the hip hop audience. So he goes on the Breakfast Club, but it ends up backfiring because the racism starts to show. So first of all, if y'all don't know, the Breakfast Club is, in my opinion, my conspiracy theorist opinion, the Breakfast Club is nothing but a portal for the Illuminati. If you go over there, they the gatekeepers, in my opinion. I think they gatekeepers, and they the portal. So when you go over there, like, you get to the Breakfast Club, you good. Yeah, them the niggas in charge of the niggas. Does that make sense? So him going to the Breakfast Club makes sense because I understand what it means when you get to the Breakfast Club. So now I'm going to show you the video and watch how they trying to react and play it off. But even Charlotte McGay at the end is going to end up starting to read the comments. But I bet you they're going to swoop past this too, because they're going to always bias, woo-doo. But watch how the clear kid act like he don't know what's going on. Check out.
One of the biggest.
Wait, let's get into the chat, because Aiden Ross, there's a comment pinned in here. He just commented and said, Neon, I promise you they trying to belittle you and disrespect you. You shitting on all of them. They are weird as fuck. Fuck them.
So Aiden Ross sends a message in the chat to Neon, and that's what Lauren was reading. That basically Aiden was like, don't go up there. You don't need to be up there. They're going to use you. Woo-de-woo-de-woo.
Oh.
And here, the chat is live in the Breakfast Club.
He's shitting
Anyway, go ahead.
That's what Aiden
Ross. This is not Aiden Ross's interview, so fuck him too.
Wait, hold on. We're all friends, okay? You know, I think
the comment is pinned in the chat.
I think
I'm in the chat with the W.
You feel like we're trying to belittle you, Neon?
I think, you know, as you know, we should all come together and I'll just spread.
Fuck all that kumbaya shit. Fuck Aiden.
No, wait, all right, come on, that's my guy.
I don't give a fuck. Listen, Harriet Tubman, my aunt, nigga. You think I give a fuck? I don't give a fuck.
But you're comparing something now to, like.
I'm not gonna lie, your chat is wild.
They
right there.
This black bitch, monkey, watermelon, emoji.
I'm literally looking and I don't see any of that.
What? It's like they race baiting. Just fuck the short hair monkey. They race baiting. Fuck.
Oh, it's moving too fast. Yeah,
whoa. Fuckers was here. They wouldn't say it at all. That's another thing about, you know, streaming and just being behind.
You also have to understand this isn't this is the internet. This is not just my chat, my community, right? This is the internet. The internet, just like me back then, would say whatever they want.
Yeah.
That's cap. That's cap. Wherever I go on YouTube, my chat follows me. Remember when I used to do the panels? Y'all used to pull up for the panels? That's how it goes. This ain't random people who just happen to click on the Breakfast Club in the chat, dragging Jess. That's his people. And that right there tells me that he with the shits. You not about to tell me that, oh, this not my chat. This just no, that's your people. But he don't want the jacket. You see what I'm saying? They came to the Breakfast Club chat because they coming from wherever you be at, Neon. That's how it works. I remember when I used to be following Beats back in the day. Whenever who I'm following, if whoever chat they go to, whoever live they go to, I'm in there, in the chat. Just like y'all, messy. Girl, what happened? Girl, because, you know, I was over here, girl. I heard it. Yeah, girl. I'm one of y'all. I was one of y'all in the chat. So I understand how chat works because I understand that the internet and how the internet and socializing with the internet works. So for him to get on here and say, oh, it's not my chat, it's just the internet, that's cap. Nigga, that's your people. That's your fans. That ain't the Breakfast Club people, because the Breakfast Club people would have been in the chat calling Jess a monkey and all of that stuff. That's your people. Don't do that.
So this isn't like a representation of me, obviously.
But it's funny though, because the reality is, I know this is a bunch of kids in here who don't know no better. But if we were really assholes, we wouldn't have had you up here. And as soon as I heard about the Casanat thing, we'd have told you to get the fuck on. I mean, you know, disrespecting somebody's mom and then saying that shit about Harriet Tubman. If we were really being assholes, they're really trying to belittle you.
I understand that, man. I just feel like at the end of the day, you can't hold something against someone if they're changing and becoming a better person and understanding.
You know you're changing and how.
Well, you know, you don't. None
to really believe you when you build your whole.
I understand it.
On being a liar.
of course, and no one has to believe me. And at the end of the day, if you don't want to believe me, you don't have to believe me. But if you actually sit down and watch my streams and understand the growth, then you see. And if you don't, it's fuck you. It's like at the end of the day, I'm not here to prove anything to people. I can do it the best I can. People can judge me. One of the biggest.
Wait, let's get into the.
So there you go. He's trying to say that wasn't his chat. So basically, I don't follow this kid, but it sounds like he's made a platform off of disrespecting black people, or at least being racist toward black people. It sounds like that's been his bag, and now that he's made it, it sounds like now it's awesome. Oh, we all cool. Listen, when a racist show you their face, believe him the first time. Him disassociating himself from the chat tells me whatever the chat said is indicative of what he believes. Because if that wasn't the case, he would have been like, yo, this is my chat. And he'd have got in his chat and be like, nah, we ain't doing that. But for the disassociate yourself completely, boy, bye. Boy, bye. But again, why is he up there? You know why? He needs the audience. And young children don't care about race. They trying to marry the two so that the streamer world can get the hip hop dollar. Are y'all tracking that? They want the streamer world to get the hip hop dollar. Everybody else gets the hip hop dollar. Essence just got the Black American hip hop dollar. Everybody else get the Black American hip hop dollar. Streaming world is trying to get the hip hop dollar. If that's what you want to know, that's why he's on the Breakfast Club, and that's why Charlamagne Gay, whether he wants to interview him or not, he has to, because the powers that be tell Charlamagne Gay what to do as well, allegedly. Okay. Now moving on really quickly, and I'll just be showing y'all this stuff so y'all can see it with your own eyes. That's it. Now, y'all remember the little boy Jamal White we spoke about yesterday who was kidnapped? And remember I told y'all he got kidnapped. I said, bro, they kidnapped this kid, and it looked like it was a lot of foul play. Plus, there's been a lot of kidnapping going around. I don't know why people kidnapping children. They found the man, or at least a photo of the man who allegedly kidnapped the little kid Jamal White. It says social media is in an uproar, questioning what the motive would have been after 25-year-old Corey Williams, who crept up in a mask, an unmarked car, pulled a gun, and kidnapped 7-year-old Jamal White off his bike in broad daylight, holding him for nearly 24 hours. Okay, so this man, what's his name? Corey Williams. He's the guy who kidnapped the little kid, Jamal White, and held him for 24 hours. Now, I ain't gonna hold you. I've been on TikTok. And I know TikTok can send you down the rabbit hole, but something about this whole story is off. First of all, I get it. People are kidnapping kids, but why yours specifically? And then it was in the driveway, and I get it. That can happen too. But it seems like a ransom more than anything. This gives me more ransom tease than anything. This gives me, you know what it is between me and you. You feel what I'm saying? So you know what you need to do. Now, mind you, they got the little kid the next day. And according to the people on TikTok, they're saying that the sister or somebody came out and was talking about it's all good, we gonna get them or something of the matter. I don't know what's going on here. I didn't know hood niggas kidnap kids. I thought they only did that in the movies. Most of the niggas I know run away from their kids. I'm saying, you know what I mean? I just ain't never known one to go run to get one. And where I'm from in New Orleans, I ain't never seen an Amber Alert for no child. Don't nobody want their churn. You can't threaten to kidnap my child. Come get this motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? So when I moved to Georgia and saw all the children being kidnapped, that was something new for me. I ain't used to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying where I'm from. I just ain't never known nobody to get no child to get kidnapped. You feel what I'm saying? But either way, people are saying that this is some type of what do you call it? Some type of scheme, or they got some stuff going on. And that's what it's looking like to me. That's what it's looking like to me. I don't know. We'll see, but I just want to bring that to y'all. I'm gonna say this. First of all, most of the time, black children don't get kidnapped by other black people. Now, if he got kidnapped by one of the people who work for the trafficking people, then we wouldn't question it. But another just random nigga, You want me to believe some random nigga named Corey Williams, listen to me and listen to me good, was riding up the street, or maybe he got up this morning and said, I'm going to kidnap me a kid, and just so happened to be passing by your house and grab your kid? Negro, please.
It's survival. I get somebody lied. Smells like somebody lied.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
Okay. Because like Dimple Pop said, a nigga from the hood named Corey ain't going to kidnap no churn. Not for nothing. Every hood got a Corey. Every hood got 30 Corys. I ain't never known a Corey to kidnap no child. Matter of fact, most of the Corys I know ain't shit as far as what they churn. So what Corey wanted with your baby? Because all the Corys I ever ran across, not all of them, but a lot of the Corys I ran across, kidnapping a child. Bitch, please, you got to find that nigga. What did you do? I'm just saying, all y'all, hey, y'all, if you black, you know what I'm talking. I just ain't never known a Corey to hit. I never knew a Corey. I know a lot of Corys. I went to school with like 100 of them. I never knew a Corey to go kidnap a child. I just never knew it. But I could be wrong. Again, I don't know everybody. So this is just my experience. Pardon my ignorance. But I'm just trying to see something. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, shout out to Corys. Shout out to all the Corys. But I just need a few answers. I have a few questions. That's all. Just a few questions. Nothing too much. Just a little something. Not too much, you know? Mm-hmm. Let's move on. See, look. Y'all know I ain't... Y'all be on here acting like I just be talking. Girl, please. Every Corey I know. Y'all be on here just saying anything, girl. Y'all think I'm playing. Y'all think I'm just all the Corys. I just know a lot of Corys and they be having problems. I'm not going to say what the problem is. I'm just saying the Corys I know be having problems. I just might know the wrong Corys. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But Corey got that man child, allegedly. But they say they got the baby back. They say Corey let the baby out. They got the baby back. Let me see. Yeah, they got the baby back. All right, Corey. And he light-skinned it. And he looked like Hassan Campbell. Get him back on here. That nigga look like Hassan Campbell. I seen him the other day. He cut his hair off. He cut his that nigga look like Poppy. That boy don't get his Poppy looking at. Do Hassan Campbell look like he won't go around kidnapping churn? Think about it. Do a nigga that look like Hassan Campbell look like he just won't go around kidnapping churn without a motive? I'm just saying. That nigga look like Hassan Campbell. Man, watch out. Man, watch out. Man, watch out. That nigga look like Hassan Campbell. Oh, yeah, I don't believe that Corey did that. I believe he did it, but I don't think he did it for like how they trying to make it out. I don't think it was like that. Now, I want to move. Oh, speaking of, before we move. Oh, look at the family. Look at the family. Look at the family. Oh, look. I think this the auntie. Don't give me the line. Let me get on here. Look at the family. It says newly released surveillance footage shows the terrifying moment 7-year-old Jamal White was kidnapped at gunpoint in Milwaukee. It all went down Friday. In the video, I think this is the one we saw yesterday. His aunt Simone White told WISN 12, I'm glad he's okay, but I still can't rest. Who does that to a 7-year-old? Jamal's dad and other relatives can be seen running outside as the Jeep speeds off. The Amber Alert went out around midnight. Live hours after abduction. Cops found Jamal the next day around 6 p.m. inside a home near North 39th and West Lloyd, about 7 miles from where he was taken. We can't thank the community enough, Simone said. If people didn't care, we might not have found him. People still don't know the motive or the suspect knew the or if the suspect knew the family. Jamal is currently with Child Protective Services while his family waits to bring him home. Now, why is Jamal with CPS? Let's get into the story. Something in the milk ain't clean.
Who would do something like this to a 7-year-old? This new video 12 News obtained Monday shows the Jeep parked on the side of the street Friday night. It starts to move as Jamal is spotted riding his bike on the sidewalk, returning from a nearby park. The boy's aunt says her brother was driving the sedan, following alongside his young son. The camera catching the white Jeep turning around, then later blocking the end of their driveway. 2 people got out of the Jeep simultaneously. One, who appears to be holding a gun, tried following the man into the house. The other chased the little boy down the driveway. Seconds later, the suspect comes back into frame with Jamal in his arms, putting him into the Jeep.
Do you have answers as to why in the world this happened yet?
We don't have any. And I'm glad he's okay, but it's kind of like, I still can't rest, because who would do something like this to a 7-year-old?
This new video 12 News obtained Monday shows the Jeep parked on the side of the street Friday night. It starts to move as Jamal is spotted right.
I don't want to hear that. I'm sorry, I can't hear it. But that's the actual footage. So they're saying that these people came up to them at gunpoint. First of all, that person must have seen them at the park. Whoever was driving that Jeep, they seen them at the park. That's why they were able to come up the other way as whoever the parent was with the child riding back from the park. That was a plot. Somebody was plotting on that. They followed them home. Them people didn't just randomly happen to be on the street and randomly see him with his kid and randomly, no. Yeah, it's something crazy going on. It's something really crazy. But the kid is back, which I find that to be odd too, because typically when somebody kidnaps a child, you don't get them back. And if you get them back, the person is probably either on his way out the door, night, or he's on the way to jail. How this baby get kidnapped and brought back and we just back to normal? Who would do this? You tell me. Ain't he? Who would do this? Who your brother beefing with? Who your brother got into it with? That's the question. Quiet as it's kept. You asking us who would do that? That's my question to you. Who would do that? What you and your brother got going on? Genuine question. Okay. Shout out to everybody in the building, y'all. Get the likes up on the video. Daisha, thank you so much for becoming a new member. Kayla Williams, thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you again. She says, I read something that said they were looking for the dad and the dad took off running and left the kid. It looked like he kind of did, though. Now, the kid was fast. That nigga who was running behind him must have been fast. But it did look like the daddy turned around and left. Maybe the daddy turned around and went to run because maybe he didn't think they were going to take the kid. That's what it looks like. It looks like he didn't think that they were coming behind the kid. He thought that they were coming behind him. Because remember, the first dude came up with the blicky. So, I don't know. But the kid is still in CPS. We ain't going to talk about that. If there's no foul play, why the kid shouldn't be? Wouldn't a kid, and I don't work for CPS, so anybody who works or worked in any type of child, anything, you can help me out. If he was kidnapped, once he's looked over by a doctor and everything, shouldn't he be released back to his family, his parents? Like, I would think, and again, I don't know because I'm not a professional, somebody can help me. But I would think that right after that, he would be released back to his family. But if they still holding him in CPS, that tells me that there's something else going on here. Because they wouldn't have been holding on to him. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. Not if the dad told them. She said, not if the dad told them where the kid could have been and knew information. That's true. I just feel like, and I don't know if you're talking to me, but I just feel like after they wrapped up the investigation, that baby should have went back with his mama. But the fact that the baby's still in CPS tells me it's something going on. Yeah, just Lou. Daddy not being honest. That's what it's giving to me. Daddy not being honest. Y'all get the likes up on the video. We trying to get the channel to 50,000 subscribers. Y'all subscribe to the channel, please, and thank you. I really appreciate y'all if y'all do so. And also like the video. Now let's get into Rihanna. It's a quick little video. She was asked about the Declaration of Independence and who was the first one to sign. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know it off the cuff neither. But once they said it, it made sense. But John Hancock, that's for everybody who don't know. But either way, that wasn't it. It was one thing that she said that I wanted to show y'all, and I want to show y'all why it's important. It's just the small things I'll be picking up on, y'all. Get the likes up.
This is happening, y'all. Rihanna, are you smart?
Oh my gosh.
I'm nervous. Why are you nervous? Person signed Declaration of Independence. Go.
Oh, you know I'm not American. I don't need to know that.
I just had to see. Good job. This is happening, y'all. Rihanna, are you smart?
Oh my gosh.
I'm nervous. Why are you nervous? Person signed Declaration of Independence. Go.
Oh, you know I'm not American. I don't need to know that.
I just had to see. Good job. This is happening, y'all. Rihanna, are you smart?
Oh my gosh.
I'm nervous. Why are you nervous? Person signed Declaration of Independence. Go.
Oh, you know I'm not American. I don't need to know that.
All right. Why is this important? She said, oh, you know, I'm not American. I don't need to know that. Now, ain't nothing wrong with what she said because she's not American. She's from Barbados, right? Yeah. She's from Barbados. I think I'm showing you this. I don't think this is the reason why I'm showing you this. Remember, I told y'all the other day, everybody knows that they're different. Everybody knows that we are not the same. Everybody knows that. But then I also told you that these people play like one of us and they play coy with us and they coexist with us so that they can gain the benefits. Remember, I told you that? That's the same thing with Rihanna. See, what y'all don't understand is she's not an American, and she's not. But when she did her music, she didn't do no Barbados music. She actually did all Black American music. Rihanna has become a billionaire off Black Americans. You're welcome. Well, not me, because I ain't never bought nothing. But anyway, she has become a billionaire, but she still understands, and this is no shade to Riri, because she's right. I'm different. I'm not from America. I don't need to know that. She's absolutely right. It's not about what she said. It's the fact that I'm showing y'all they know exactly who they are. They know exactly who you are. You don't know it. Okay? Now, some people may say it's just a random, it's just I'm not American. She can be talking about clear people. She could. She definitely could be. But y'all have to understand, people outside of the United States of America look at clears and Black Americans as American. Okay? When you go abroad, if anybody has ever traveled abroad as a Black American, they don't call you a Black American. They call you an American. If you've traveled anywhere outside the country, they're not going to call you Black. They're going to call you an American. Everybody looks at Black Americans and the white Americans, Americans. Okay? Because they understand that that's a different group of people, right? I don't care where you travel. You can go as close as what's the closest place I done been out of the country? You can go as close as Barbados. You can go as far as Iraq. Okay? They gonna call you an American. That's it. They're not gonna say you Black. Now, they might say you Black, but for the most part, they gonna call you an American. So, the mindset of the people outside of Black America see us all as Americans, so they don't differentiate the two when they speaking of Americans. Now, when you speak of race, obviously, then they say, oh yeah, well, the Black Americans or the white Americans. But for the most part, when you outside of your country and in their land, they just looking at you as an American. But the thing is, though, I don't have a problem with Rihanna doing that. I think my problem is none of these people who come from the other countries, when they come here, they don't scream from the mountaintop the countries that they from. Some of them do, but for the most part, even if they scream it, their culture, their music or their art culturally is ours. And then they get uber successful, and then the whole time you see a commonality, but it take, even if it's just something as small as a joke, for you to realize we not the same. And I want Black Americans to know that there's nothing wrong with that. Do not be offended if somebody say, I ain't American, I ain't supposed to know, because she's right. She's not American. What that should invite you to do is look more to figure out who you are. Because I'm pretty sure anybody from the islands could probably attest. They have a history. And a lot of them know about their genealogy. Some of them don't. Some of them do. But they have a history. They have everything that they have over there. And when they come to America, if they're not a tether, because everybody that come to America ain't tethers. All foreigners ain't tethers. It's, you know, the tethers when you see them. But the ones who come here with the right mind and come in and really ain't trying to undermine Black Americans, they really just coming here to do better, you know, being with their family, take care of their family, or whatever the case may be. Those people are good. It's the ones who coming in to undermine us, and those people are coming in to undermine us and excel off of us. Those are the people that I think we need to be able to realize. We can enjoy the music, we can enjoy the art, we can enjoy the football, whatever it is they do, but we have to be able to understand identity. We have to understand identity. We have to understand that I'm one person, you're one person. We both share melanin. We can both call ourselves quote unquote Black. We could, but at the end of the day, we share that. We different, we alike in ways, but we different, okay? Now, let me say this. This is just my opinion. If y'all been on my channel, y'all know how I feel about the United States and the Americas. I believe, this is just my belief, as me been paying attention and looking around, although I feel like they got people of all places. They got bad people in Black American culture, bad people in Caribbean culture, bad people in African culture, good people in Black American culture, good people in African, Caribbean, so on and so forth. But I'm starting to notice that some of the Caribbean, my fellow Caribbean cousins, they be taking on a lot of the mindset of them Africans. And I just want to say to my Caribbean cousins, we cousins. At the end of the day, even you don't match the DNA and genealogy of the Africans that's over here undermining us. Okay. So to my cousins, and I call us cousins because I understand history. So to my cousins, I will hope that we do more sticking together, obviously doing us Black Americans, handling our stuff. And then us being able to come together, I will hope it will be more of a sticking together thing from the Western side of the hemisphere than not. This is just, this is just me guesstimating or whatever, or just saying what I would like. Hopeful thinking. I'm a Pisces, y'all. Y'all know I love people. You know what I'm saying? But I'm hoping that it will be one way somehow we could find a way to at least find a camaraderie where, and again, I'm just nobody, but find a camaraderie where this over here is solid. The west side, because in the world, this the west side. For everybody in the bike who don't know, you are part of the Western Hemisphere. That's why you ever heard about when Christopher Columbus was sailing the ocean blue and all that crazy ass stuff. They were saying the Western world or the West. We on the West side. You see what I'm saying? This the West side. Yes, the best side. This the West side. I would hope the West side could stick together. You see what I'm saying? We're going to have our differences. We're going to have our whoop-de-whoops. But I would hope somehow the West side find camaraderie like they did on Black Panther. Remember when the Mexicans came out the water? Y'all remember the Sea Mexicans on Black Panther Part 2? Was it 2 or 3? The Sea Mexicans came up out the water like that? Yeah. We want the Sea Jamaicans to come up out the water. We want the Sea, you feel what I'm saying? Barbados and the Sea. We want the Sea Caribbeans to just come out the water one day. We in a bite. We in a fight. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just me. That's just me with wishful thinking. I don't know, who am I? But anyway, shout out to the West side, because we are on the West side. This is the Western Hemisphere. Yeah. West side. Hey. West side. This is the Western Hemisphere. I'm just saying. This is the West. So let's move on. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all get the likes up on the video. And shout out to Forehead too. Rihanna. This is no shade to Rihanna because Rihanna ain't did nothing wrong. I just was using Rihanna as an example. Forehead ain't did nothing to me. And that's rich coming from somebody with a bigger forehead, right? That's how it go. Let's move on. Now, I want to talk about what's going on, girl, with Beyonce. Who done stole Beyonce stuff? I don't believe this, though, but let's get into it. So apparently, somebody stole Beyonce's unreleased music. A bag was stolen or something like that. I don't remember. You know what I'm saying? But we about to get into it together. Y'all get the likes up on the video. It says authorities investigate Beyonce's stolen music. It says, as we previously reported, a major theft went down during Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour stop in Atlanta's last week. And now the 911 audio has been officially released, giving us a listen into the moments her choreographer reported the shocking incident. Police say the call came in on July 8th, just days before B was set to hit the stage in ATL. The stolen items? No, not just everyday luggage, but 2 suitcases allegedly containing electronics, personal valuables, and a hard drive with unreleased Beyonce music on it. The audio released by Atlanta police features a frantic crew member explaining to the dispatcher that someone had broken into a rented Jeep and taken off with really, really important information. This is weird. Okay. Why is she carrying around important, sensitive music? Why shouldn't that be in a safe or something? Let's move on. Here's the 911 call.
Oh, like my computers and everything, but it has a tracker on it.
This morning, new 911 audio capturing the moment a man who told police he's Beyonce's choreographer says someone broke into his car, stealing multiple items, including hard drives containing the superstar's unreleased music.
And it's really, really important information in there. Like I work with someone who's like of a high status.
Authorities hunting for that suspect as Beyonce closed out the Atlanta leg of her Cowboy Carter tour overnight. Christopher Grant and DeAndre Blue, who told police they're Beyonce's choreographer and dancer, said just after 8 p.m. July 8th, someone broke into their Jeep Wagoneer, parked at this parking garage in Northeast Atlanta, and took 2 suitcases. According to the incident report, the thieves broke the trunk window, making off with 5 jump drives. That's the same as a flash drive, containing water.
They stole like my computers and everything, but
and some unreleased music, footage plans for the show, and past and future set lists. Grant and Blue told police laptops, designer clothing, and a pair of AirPods Max headphones were also stolen.
It's an automatic surprise to think that something from Beyonce could be just taken so quickly, because with Beyonce, everything is always so lock and key. Everything is under high security.
The incident happening just 2 days before the singer was set to begin the first of her 4-night stint in Atlanta. And for fans, this concert's been a family affair. Daughter Blue Ivy and Rumi joining the singer on stage. Even husband Jay-Z making a surprise appearance. This morning, everyone in the music industry is going, where are my unreleased tracks? Investigators telling ABC News they have issued an arrest warrant for a suspect, but they have not made the arrest yet. And some
All right, so it sounds like the choreographer had the unreleased music and stuff in his possession. So if he's the choreographer, he has to create moves, dances, and things of that nature. So he would have the set list, past and present. He would have new music, old music, unreleased music, because he has to make dances or create dances for all the stuff. My thing is why would you leave such sensitive stuff inside of a vehicle? Having that sensitive information, especially unreleased music, y'all don't understand what that means. That could cost her millions of dollars if unreleased music gets leaked. It can cost the label millions of dollars if whoever got this hard drive releases whatever music. I just find it very, like, if he were my choreographer, I would fire him, because And the only reason is because if you're going to have possession of something so important, why be so careless? In my opinion, I just wouldn't leave it in a vehicle. But either way, I don't believe it. I don't believe none of it. But since we're here to talk about it, Beyonce's stuff was stolen. Listen, from what I've been hearing recently with Beyonce music to the unreleased music, you don't have to worry about it. Ain't nobody gonna come and steal your fat. They won't even steal the album that she gave us in real life. They not gonna come steal. Don't listen to the song here in my heart. Listen, ain't nobody gonna steal the new album. I promise. I'm just saying, they won't even steal the one she got out. They not gonna steal this one. I'm just saying. So if everybody is worried about things like that, I want to say, put y'all little head to rest. You good. You golden. You golden. You ain't got to worry about it. You straight, my love. You good. Don't worry about it. You good. They ain't even buy the last album. They ain't going to steal this one, girl. They don't even want hit. They don't even listen at the album at the concert now. They just being there with their little boots to the ground, girl, looking crazy. They don't even listen now. They don't even listen now. So don't worry about it. Ain't nobody coming to find the unreleased tapes. Now, the sets, you might be in trouble. Other than that, you good. I think they should be good. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty positive. I don't know. I'm no professional. I just feel like I'm pretty positive. She might be all right. She might be all right. She might be all right. I'm pretty, from what I had seen. She good. Matter of fact, Beyonce, just put it out. At this point, just put it out for free. Just put it out for free. Do a new show. And just be done with it. Just be done with it. Just don't even worry about it. To kill all the noise, just put it outside. Just throw it out the door. Let the people, whoever want to get it, come get it. And then we go about our business. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, but... Come on now. Come on now. We gonna be honest or no? Not the Beehive buying boots for the concert, but not the album. Not the Beehive going to get $1,000 fans, but ain't bought the album. Girl, that is a time. Why you think she bought Jay-Z out? She had but one more, 16. So she had to go get Jay. Get your ugly ass out here with these hoes so you can do a little 1-2 bop. And here come Hov. Hov, not DOC. Number one, do it better. Whatever that nigga be up there saying, he hurried up. You want me on the stage? Come on out here right quick. The people tired. They said Blue come out one more time like this. They said they're gonna take my head off and cut the strings off the Corvette and the hearse when I go in the air. Get out here, Jay. And then here come Jay. Allow me to reintroduce myself. They trying to do anything. So I'm pretty sure. I'm saying all that to say the album gonna be all right. But can I ask the Beehive something? Or at least can I ask the people something? Are nobody gonna ask why Beyonce has been touring for like 5 years straight? We supposed to just brush past that. Mind you, this is the Beyonce. The Beyonce. She don't have to do this. As a matter of fact, Michael Jackson hated to tour, but he was such a big act, he had to tour. And that was what he hated about his career, that I'm so big and I'm so high in demand, I absolutely have to doggone tour. He hated it. Remember, he came on there and he said, I hate it. I just hate it. But in this situation, Beyonce been on tour 3 times a year the last 5 years straight. And y'all just glossing over that part. And I didn't know why nobody ain't bring it up. Now, this is no shade to Beyonce, but what's going on? These are billionaires. These These are billionaires. Why she got to do so many concerts? Ain't she a billionaire and he a billionaire? Why she got to do so many concerts? Y'all might want to do a wellness check on B. That's all I'm saying. Y'all might want to do a wellness check on B. That's all I know. I don't know nothing. I don't be around there. They say Solange out here with the altars and all of that. I don't know. Y'all might want to put a wellness check over there. That's all I'm gonna say. Just go check on her. Go check on her. If you love Beyonce and you're in the Beehive, take your stinger and go check on the queen. That's all I'm asking. Somebody 5 years straight. The girl went from Renaissance to Cowboy Carter in 24 hours. Do you understand me? Girl, the punks hadn't taken off their bedazzled boots before they could put the cowboy hat on. Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you? She didn't even give the punks time enough to regroup and get back to something. You know what I'm saying? Might have to go sell a little bus. You know what I'm saying? To come back for the next tour. The punks had to take out a whole new loan. Because Beyonce, Renaissance Monday, and Tuesday, we was Cowboy Cartering. You see what I'm saying? So, I don't know. And I don't speak for the punks. But I did see a lot of punks trying to get themselves together and trying to figure out how they was going. You see what I'm saying? But they made it. One thing about it, they gonna make it happen. And they made it happen. Shout out to the punks. But I'm just saying, I know it was a hard time for them. And if I could just speak for the punks, if she could just give us 6 months between this tour and the next one, I think that she'll have a better outcome because they was out, girl. They PayPal loans, all type of stuff, girl. It was crazy. You had to be there. Girl. The punks lost their mind, girl. Girl, they didn't know what they was gonna do, girl. Lord, I just spent $1,000 on these boots, bitch. Girl, you gotta get a new pair, girl. Please, girl, it's the Cowboys. You gotta get a new pair. So anyway, yeah, like I said, but nobody want to talk about her touring for 5 years straight. Neither here nor there. Let's move on. I'm just saying, I be noticing stuff. Y'all don't be want to talk about it, though. Y'all don't be want to talk about it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to talk about it either. I wouldn't want to talk about it either. If my fave was a billionaire slaving like she damn work at the Family Dollar, I wouldn't want to talk about that shit neither. Shit. Hell no. Change the subject, boo. I don't blame you. Shit. Let's move on. Now, you guys, I want to get into wait, am I here yet? Oh, JT. Ooh, JT got cussed out. So let me tell you what happened. Y'all know JT from the City Girls, huh? So JT from the City Girls, tell me why. I have been hearing, I don't follow these churn. I don't really like rap girls. As a matter of fact, I don't like none of the rap girls. I like old Nikki. I don't like new Nikki. I don't know that Nikki. That's your Nikki. I don't know that Nikki. I know Harajuku Barbie Nikki. I don't know this Nikki. So I don't like none of the rap girls. I'm gonna be honest. But either way, JT had been known as one of the girls who been going off on like regular people. JT to me gives me Cardi. Okay? And let me tell you why. They seemingly have the world, but they tend to stoop down to our level that's beneath them all the time. And it always makes me go, what in the world is really happening? How can you be so successful, so beautiful, have everything? Let me tell you something. Get me on here. I ain't got no money, but I ain't as broke as I was. And a bitch out the St. Bernard Project can't tell me nothing. A bitch out the Calio Project, a bitch out the Melphamine, a bitch out the Desire, a bitch out the Poking Beans, a bitch, you can't tell me nothing. Bitch, fuck wrong with y'all. And I ain't even rich. So put myself in the level of a JT, and I'm trying to figure out, how does a JT and a Cardi B get into it with the likes of average, random, everyday people? Maybe things ain't what they supposed to be, Or maybe things ain't what they seem. Same reason why Beyonce been slaving on tour 5 years, but she's a billionaire. Who knows? Who knows? Okay. But I find it quite odd. I find it quite odd that these so-called big celebrities stay getting into it with random everyday people. Now, let me tell you why it backfired on her this time. So this one girl, shout out to Mac. I shop at Mac. I only buy important things from Mac though, because I realized shopping at Mac, and this is just me, I realized shopping at Mac is just it's a trendy thing to do. Not that Mac don't have good products. Mac have amazing products, but it's a trendy thing to do. I'm not spending $15 on an eyebrow pencil that's going to last me a week. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. I'm not spending, and this is a while back. This is when I used to buy this stuff from Mac. I'm not spending $20 on no lip gloss. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. Listen, I'm the cheapest person you'll know. So welcome to the party, you're late. Okay. So long story short, Mac comes out, or I guess they partner with JT to come out with a new cosmetic line for the lip glosses. And they bring back some lip glosses. And this young lady goes live. And she's talking about how now she mentions JT because obviously JT partnered with Mac. But then she goes on a rant about Mac, talking about of all of the lip glosses they could have bought back, they should have bought back. I forget the one that she likes, but that's the one that they should have bought back. Now, because at the very beginning of the video, she mentions JT feel played. You get it? And she responds. But when she jumps out the window, she insults the girl's physical appearance, calling her a blowfish. Oh, whoop, whoop, whoop. You don't know what you're talking about. You a mutt. But it turns out this girl is only a blowfish because she's pregnant. And then number two, she read JT down to the ground after she responded. Now, we're going to get into it. Y'all get the lights up. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this. Now, at first, the original video is going to play where she's talking about the MAC lip gloss and how they need to bring back the other one. Then the second video is going to be when she's responding to Jay-Z's comment, calling her a mutt. Okay, let's get into it.
I got to say with this whole JT collab with MAC is MAC could have just brought out Snob's lip gloss back. Like, I don't understand why y'all making this so hard. Why?
She said the lip glass. She's right. Now, I will pay $20 for the lip glass. Anybody who ever shopped at MAC, this is no shade, but anybody who shopped at MAC for the lip glass, you put that shit on in the morning, it's going to be on at night. Girl, you could go to bed with that shit on and wake up with lip glass still on your lips. Now, that's what I can remember back in the day. So the lip glass, she's right. They could have brought back the lip glass, but I hadn't bought any of that stuff from MAC in a while.
Y'all making it so... Bring back Snob lip glass back. The small one, the big one, both of them. Nobody care about Snob lipstick. Nobody cares. Nobody uses that. I bought that and that shit be leaving white line. Come on, like, y'all could have brought that bitch back out with JT, my nigga. You know how much money I would have been. Oh my God, I hate y'all. I really hate Mac.
You really, listen, I could tell, listen, I know the people who really be outside. Dina be outside. When Dina said hair be sticking to your lip, listen, this is back when I used to wear my real hair all the time. Do you know how annoying it is to be outside and the wind blowing and you got that goddamn lip glass on and that fucking hair stick to your lip like a mouse trap? Girl, talk about annoying. Girl, hair stick to your lip like a damn roach on a motel or mouse trap, girl. I swear to God. I swear to God. That lip glass was the truth. That lip glass didn't play. All right. Now she's going to respond to JT's comment. Now, this is what JT said. And nobody care about you, blowfish. Get your tired hating ass on. It's always your own people. You mutt. You will never, could never. And then JT says, I didn't know you were pregnant. I apologize, honey. Congratulations. Let's get into what the girl said.
I know you're not talking about people's faces. Please, because you got so much shit done to your face. It ain't even fucking funny, my love. You gotta be shitting me. Blowfish, bitch. I'm 8 months pregnant. I'm swollen. Yes. Like, the fuck is wrong with you? And it do be on people because why are you calling me a mutt? Why are you calling me a mutt? I ain't never sat here and disrespected nobody, especially a black woman. Why are you calling me a mutt? You are too reactive, my love. Nobody said nothing about you. The only time I even mentioned your name was talking about the collab in the first place. Aside from anything else, I'm speaking on MAC discontinuing a lip gloss that everybody likes. I'm so confused on why you reacted to it. Why are you so mad? For somebody that makes a lot of money, that's up here and everybody else is down here, you really be staying in people's comments reacting. I'm so confused. I really am confused about what you mad about. Explain. You so ditzy. You said all of this. Over me saying that Mac need to bring back the lip gloss and how much I dislike Mac for discontinuing the lip gloss. Something's wrong with you. You gotta be fucking miserable. At this point, I'm starting to believe that money does not equate to happiness.
Nope.
Because if I had the money that you have, I have the fame that you have, I'm up there and everybody else is down here. You think I'm gonna be scrolling through TikTok videos and see someone that got probably like 100 likes and comment this bullshit underneath her shit? Now you done change your face, right? You done change your face because you got the money to do it, right? And you got the nerve to call me a blowfish, baby. This is natural blowfishness, natural lips, natural cheeks, no makeup because I just woke up. Like, and I'm a blowfish. Yeah, I'm pregnant. I'm supposed to be swole. My baby's due next month. I'm having a girl. And hopefully she don't come out acting like yo ass because you're nasty. You're nasty as fuck. The things that come out your mouth is disgusting. And then you want to end it off like this, it be your own people. Yeah. Look how you talking. And I never said nothing about you. I'm talking about Mac, the company. And you like, would never, could never. Baby, don't talk too much because you was just the same bitch in Florida, Miami, trying to make it. Oh, doing shit, trying to make it. And look where you at. Don't ever talk about somebody never making it, could never make it, or can never do what you doing when it's very much possible, my love. The way that God works, he works wonders. So let's not talk before I'll be right next to you, okay? Rubbing shoulders, rubbing elbows. Because who you think you are? Blowfish and mud, bitch. You can never, no bitch that ever got any work done to her, to anything on her body can ever talk about me. I'm natural from head to toe.
Okay.
This is so weird. Like, you really are weird. Really, really. Like, and it has nothing to do with your feelings. You know, we have feelings. Only because we're famous, we still have feelings. I said nothing about you. This was unnecessary and called for. Give your phone up to your PR, to your manager, something. Get the fuck off your phone. Because you're way too emotional, way too reactive. You didn't need to do this. Grow the fuck up. Only thing I got to say with this whole JT collab with Mac.
She ate. Let me say this. If I was her, my baby nickname, she having a little girl. My baby nickname would be JT. Bitch, you done disturbed my peace at 8 months pregnant. The baby nickname gonna be JT. Not the real name, but I damn sure would have the nickname JT. Yeah, the baby nickname would have been JT, without a doubt. Listen, because first of all, the fact that she's pregnant, that girl don't have the time. That girl 8 months pregnant, she ready to go in. She already, you feel what I'm saying? She already done with all of this crap. She couldn't wait to get on JT ass. And honestly, JT probably caught some strays that probably should have went to somebody else. But JT was wrong. If she would have listened to what the girl talked about, even though she mentioned JT at the beginning, she only spoke about her being partnering with Mac. But the whole rant was about the lip glass. The entire rant was about lip glass. But then JT would do stuff like, oh, you could never, would never. Let me be clear about this. A person, and this is no shade, but a person like JT who literally has to change their face, their body, their hair, their everything, literally become a new person, that is not a happy person. Okay? I don't care what celebrity they are. People who physically change themselves, especially through things like plastic surgery, are not happy people. I don't care what they say, they're not. Okay? Why you think about what happened with Cardi. Think about what happened with Cardi. When Cardi got into it with Offset and she was crying, what's the first thing she said? He know how insecure I am. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of those women have a lot of insecurities. And because of that, they tend to go after these other girls. Now, this is the gag. This is the mindset. I'm about to bring you inside of the mindset. Because it costs them money to get whatever work they got, they think status-wise, and not all, this is not all. Some of the women like JT, let me rephrase this. Some of the women like JT, because they spend a lot of money to get their butts done and their face done and all that stuff, they think that puts them at a higher status than the average person, or at least a girl who don't spend tens of thousands of dollars on her body. So when somebody like this young lady jump out the window and JT think that she's talking about her, you are beneath me. This is why you see her say words like mutt, or you could never, or you would never. But the gag is, this girl with the quote unquote blowfish face is probably 10 times happier than a JT. When she said, I'm starting to think money don't buy happiness, I don't understand how us as a collective haven't caught on to that yet. I really don't understand how we haven't caught on to that. Money ain't never bought happiness. JT got to play boyfriend and girlfriend with a punk. She from Dade County. She got to come on here every time she get on the internet and play like she in love with a punk. You telling me JT is somewhere living a happy life, eating good, feeling good, sunbathing, and everything's great? Think about it. She probably in that bitch drove. Every day is probably something. Just imagine. And this girl probably working a regular job with her regular baby daddy, a regular husband or whatever, with her regular life. They probably have 10 times more fun on a daily basis than a JT. She have to play like she in love with a punk. I don't know what else to tell y'all. And JT don't give me tease of a girl who like punks. This is no shade. JT got to get on here and play celebrity and act like she happy and rich. That's got to be a miserable life. That's why she responding to everybody. That's why she's so responsive. Same with Cardi. I'm sorry. That's why. They got to pretend too much. Them people is miserable. Miserable. Them people miserable for real, for real. Miserable for real, for real. And this the worst part. Think about it if you JT, because I know how my mind is. I know how my mind is. The way my mind is, I'll get paid millions of dollars to be a beard. Shit, beard me up. The fuck? But when it completely affects your real life, meaning if I get paid, for instance, with JT playing like she in love with Uzi Vert, what y'all don't know is JT have to play like this in front of y'all and behind y'all back. So JT can't behind y'all back have other things going on for real, for real. This ain't just a one-off of making an appearance. She gotta live like this. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And honestly, when they first came out, I thought Carisha was the one that was the most. Because remember, JT was in jail. So I thought Carisha was going to be the one we have to deal with, especially when he introduced Saucy. I was like, oh, Lord, we're going to have to deal with Carisha. But it seemed like it turned into JT somewhere along the line. And Carisha kind of fell back. That's crazy to me. But the girl ate JT up as she should. And like you said, young lady, JT is miserable in her own skin. She was miserable before the surgery. Like the girl said, a bitch with a new face can't tell me nothing. Blowfish and all. Facts. Facts. You can't go get a new nose and tell me mine shaped funny. You can't go get dentures, permanent dentures. Oh, my bad. Y'all don't call them that. You can't go get veneers and then come back and tell me I got a gap in the bottom of my teeth. That don't go like that. Porta potty mouth. That don't go like that, porcelain. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. That don't go like that. But yeah. Anyways, moving on. Moving on. Okay, so the girl she ate JT ass up, and JT gonna probably be sitting there. Listen, quiet as it's kept. JT probably heard that girl respond and probably at home crying. I don't know if she is, or I felt the way about it at least. You feel what I'm saying? That girl is JT don't even look the same. At least Carisha somewhat looked more like herself. You could tell body-wise she don't look the same. But face-wise, we can still see Carisha. JT a whole new girl. I'm pretty positive she's not happy. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all get the likes up. Subscribe to the channel. Also, if you're getting kicked out of the live, it's not just you. I literally just got kicked out myself. I done got kicked out 7 times. I'm counting. They keep kicking me out of my own live. I don't know why YouTube is doing this. I have no idea. So I'm so sorry if y'all keep getting kicked out alive, okay? Please. Now I want to get into this Princella thing with Candace Owens. Let me say this. I don't hate Candace Owens. I don't dislike Candace Owens the way most Black American women do, or Black Americans do. I don't dislike her like that. I'm not gonna say I don't like her. I don't know if I like her. I'll say this. It's some things Candace has said in the past and that she do say. I don't know about all that Gaza and all that stuff. I don't get into all that. I'm not in the world politics like that. But when she talk about certain things, sometimes I agree. Candace ain't all the way bad. She not. But when she wrong, she wrong. And when she bad, she bad. Meaning when she said I have Caribbean bias, that was really bad. You know what I'm saying? So Candace got her ways, but I don't hate her like a lot of Black Americans do. Most Black Americans hate Candace Owens. I don't hate her like that. I just don't. But either way, I watched this entire thing. Let me kind of get y'all what's going on. So Candace Owens does this. There's this show on YouTube. Y'all might have caught it, but it'd be like Charlie Kirk versus 50 LGBTQ. Or it'll be like Candace Owens versus 50 left woke children. Or, it'd be like that. And the premise of this show is basically what they do is they have the celebrity, so it'll be Candace Owens or whoever sit in a chair, and they have a round table. Now, only one person at a time can come to the table, and typically they either run to see who catch like musical chairs to see who catch the chair first, or typically, that's how they go. They typically run for the chair, and then you get to sit down and you have a dialogue for X amount of minutes. Well, in this particular situation, Princella the Queenmaker is on the show. Now, first of all, I was under the impression that all of these were college kids. But now that I see Princella on here, this whole shit is fake. But again, the world is a stage. The reason I'm saying that is because maybe I was wrong. I thought the way that they promoted this show was like, she's going, not necessarily college kids, but she's over there talking to the younger generation of people, trying to basically have them see common sense. Not just her, anybody who go over there. But when I seen Princella old ass over there, I said, wait a minute. Something in the milk ain't clean. Either way, Princella actually goes over there and they're debating feminism, right? Candace Owens is talking about how she don't believe in abortion. She don't believe in, certain things, X, Y, and Z. Candace's take on this thing is she's Republican. She's pro the system when it works, obviously. And they're debating on women's rights. And according to Princella is saying that women don't vote in these rights, that it's the men who vote in these rights because it's the men who's running these systems. And Candace, she's not going to say a lot, but what she did, her take on it kind of, because I watched the whole thing, but her take on it kind of is basically, but there are some women who agree with the men who run the system. So there are women who like the patriarchy that we living under, basically how Candace was saying it. And Princella was able to make really good points in response. And people took that as, oh, Candace got schooled. I didn't see it as Candace getting schooled. What I saw it as was Candace was, first of all, intrigued. She almost looked like she got a little moist or something. But intrigued, and it also didn't give Candace an opportunity to respond. So I didn't see it like that. But good points were made, and I wanted to bring this up to you. Now, mind you, this debate is about patriarchy versus matriarchy. Princella's stance is she's not for the patriarchy and that how it's bad for women. Basically Candace's stance is, although the patriarchy can be bad, for the most part it's generally good, and most women agree, which is why, you see what I'm saying, it's in effect. Okay, so I watched the entire thing. I didn't just watch this clip. I watched the entire thing because I enjoy these things, because the people are slow, but this time it worked out in Princella's favor. So we're gonna get into what happened on this little clip, and I'm gonna tell y'all what I think about it.
Well, let me speak to that. When we're talking about government and media, these are two different things. So under the denotative definition of a patriarchy, by the percentages that are occupied in the government, which is majority male, defines us as a patriarchy. Now, what it comes to for capitalism,
she's talking a lot of big words. Let me give y'all the layman terms, girl. The cliff notes, not the cliff notes, but definitely the layman terms. What she's saying is it's a lot of men work down in the system. It's a lot of men in this patriarchy, okay? Mostly men, as a matter of fact. When you look around inside of these systems that produce patriarchy, it's mostly men. That's what she's saying. That's all she's saying. All them big words, word salad, TI, and this shit for nothing. I don't understand. All she's saying is nothing but men in the patriarchy.
for marketing purposes and control for capital and revenue, that is a totally different conversation. But who's making the laws? I don't think that
when you talk about money, though, she's saying that it's cool to have women vote for the patriarchy and feel like they are part of helping out the patriarchy or being a part of the patriarchy. But it's one thing when money is involved, it's only the patriarchy. Basically, she's saying the patriarchy is in charge of all of this shit. I don't know why she's using all these big words. It's really annoying.
women are the ones voting to have their reproductive rights taken away, where you have rape, incest, and all of these things excluded to force.
I hate that, because rape, incest, and all that stuff are very, very small, marginalized situations. Most women who get abortions aren't getting them because they are raped. That's just the fact. And they take that small outlier and make it the big thing, and it's wrong. But that's a talking point that people who are pro-choice use. And I don't care if you're pro-choice or pro-life, but those small outliers of being raped, that ain't the majority of the people who go and get abortions. But that's what they use to say, oh, well, what about those girls? And no shade, because what about those girls? But don't use that as to why we should all be running around here getting abortions. Because that's not the norm. And look at this clear woman right here. Yup. Most people getting the abortions are not being raped. But they gonna say that.
Well, let me speak to that. Well, let me speak to that. When we're talking about government and media, these are two different things. So under the denotative definition of a patriarchy, by the percentages that are occupied in the government, which is majority male, defines us as a patriarchy. Now, what it comes to for capitalism, for marketing purposes and control for capital and revenue, that is a totally different conversation. But
okay.
Who's making?
So, all right, this is what she's saying. When it comes to government and media, patriarchy looks different. She's saying as far as government, it's mostly men. Mostly men running the government, and that's why the patriarchy is represented harder in government. But when it comes to media, it's about money, it's about assets, it's about resources. So they don't mind putting more women in the forefront, but at the back end, it's still a patriarchy. That's what she's saying.
Making the laws. I don't think that women are the ones voting to have their reproductive rights taken away, where you have rape, incest, and all of these things excluded to force women to be able to have. I don't think women in government would largely vote against their own interests because it's majority male, patriarchy.
Okay, I think a lot. All right. As far as the women in government, and this is where she gonna checkmate Candace as. This is where she about to checkmate Candace. As far as the women in government, What Princella is saying is most women, rather they in government or media, is not going to vote against their best interest. Meaning if I work in the government and we making laws and it's 10 people and out of the 10 people, only 3 women and 7 men, even though it's only 3 of us women inside of this government, we're probably not going to vote against our best interest. That's what she's saying. But the caveat to what she's going to say later is what makes sense. But would they, if they were influenced or at least bought into the idea that the patriarchy is a good thing? And that's where she checkmates Candace's ass. Let's get into it. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Hold on.
I love that point. Are women allowed to vote?
Oh, of course they are.
Who's voting that patriarchy and then out of curiosity?
No, I totally agree. And you want to know why? Because there are so many women who think like you submit to the idea of men ruling everything. And your ideology is spread across a lot of women who also falsely believe to vote against their own interests just to complain about it in the end. Earlier you said that, women would be much more happier working at home, but don't you agree that it's human nature to want things that you don't have? Mm-hmm. So during the 1950s, which is something that you constantly bring up, it wasn't until 1994 that it was illegal to beat your wife. And so what we're dealing with is people wanting something, and then when they get it, they're not happy with it, and then they have to revoke that idea for something else. And so what you're saying is that women vote for these things because they have the same mentality as you.
Okay. All right.
Well, let me speak to that. When we're talking about government.
All right. So this is what's going on. Where's my damn thing? Okay, hold on. Now I want to make a couple comments. And the only reason I want to make a couple comments is because what you're looking at right here, the fuck? What you are looking at right here is extreme left, is what happens when extreme left meets extreme right. Okay? Candace Owens is extreme right. Princella, from what I've heard, has been extremely left. For instance, I remember one time back in the day, when I used to follow Princella, I don't, but when I used to follow Princella, I remember going into one live and Princella was talking about the bonobo people, which was an all-women tribe. And basically, she had thousands of people in her chat. And she was telling everybody in the chat that they don't need men. I swear to God, the Most High could take me right now if I'm lying. She was in there telling all the women that they don't need men, that basically if the bonobo tribe, if I'm pronouncing it right, if they could create a society and have a society of women and be successful, then according to her, she said that women in America could do it as well. Immediately, I said, check me out. Hell no. And this is coming from a bitch who used to be a dagger on the low. I don't even want to be around all them hoes. I'm sorry. Love women. But I don't want to be around y'all all the time. But that's how far left she is. I'm giving you an example. Now, how far right Candace is so far right that Candace believes nothing other than God, my husband, the wife, the family. Everything else ain't nothing in between. Ain't no conversations about it. Ain't no nothing. It's done. It's God, my husband, me, and the rest of my family. It's boys supposed to be with girls. It's nothing other than it's pure, straight, run of the mill, right? Now, this is the gag. Most black people align more with Candace than they do with Princella, but y'all don't want to talk about that. Us in history has aligned way more with Candace than we've ever aligned with Princella. When the feminist movement came around, Black American women in droves didn't jump on that. It was a lot of foreigners, But Black American women didn't come over here jumping in on that feminist movement like that. As a matter of fact, now some of us did. Don't get me wrong, we did. But for the collective, we wasn't really rocking like that because there was a bunch of lesbian clear women running around talking about how they want to be men. Black women ain't never wanted to be men. We ain't never wanted to be the man. Now, granted, some of us have to be sometimes, but we ain't never sat down and be like, I want to be the nigga. White women did that. White women did that, okay? Now, why is this important? Candace is far right. Most Black Americans identify, whether they want to agree with it or not out loud, but most of them identify with more the run-of-the-mill, black and white, down the board. So this argument to me is funny. People are looking at it like Princella got a one-up on Candace, but I felt like she used a straw man. For instance, her bringing up the fact that it was illegal to beat women until the 90s, while that is a true fact, that has absolutely nothing to do with the patriarchy, or at least the way in which they're speaking about it. So yes, as far as having a patriarchy and being able to beat your wife up into the 90s, that's messed up. And yeah, it's jacked up and we need to talk more about that. But in the context of what they're speaking about as far as voting, as far as the system and how things and how America has been made and put into play for it to go, it don't have nothing to do with women getting their ass whipped till the 90s. It's the way the forefathers, the people who came over here on the Cinta de Pina, on them boats, them folks who came here on them boats, they put that in place. Not the Bible. Them people who came here on the boat from Europe, they put this patriarchy in place. Okay? That's where this comes from. So when you talk about religion or you talk about people's personal beliefs or how media versus government, the reason the government looks like that is because the people who created the government wanted it to be like that. Now, this is the gag because it has always been like that. I'm not going to lie. There are a crap ton of women who just going to go with the move. Hey, look, my husband say this. I'm just going to go with that. And ain't nothing wrong with that unless you feel like something wrong with that. But as it pertains to this Candace versus Princella thing, I don't like that Candace didn't get a chance to talk because right after that, the time went off and Princella had to get out the chair. They didn't even get a chance to dialogue. However, knowing how far left how far left Princella is and how far right Candace is, I feel like a lot of straw man was used on Princella's side because Princella, like, can I be honest? This is no shade. This is just my own personal opinion of Princella. After following her, I think that she has some good points, but Princella, in my opinion, when I was following her, she seemed to have ulterior motives. And that's why she can bring up stuff like, oh, well, it's typical that people want stuff that they don't have. So if Candace is saying women would rather stay at home, it's only because they don't have the opportunity to stay at home. No, every human being would like to stay at home instead of get up every day and go to work. I'm pretty positive most human beings would rather stay at home and clock in than to get up and put on clothes and drive and commute to work. It's not necessarily about that in this particular, but because that's a general statement that rings true, typically she can use it and people are like, oh, she gotta, but technically you didn't, because the arguments that, in my opinion, the arguments that Princella used, they didn't necessarily attack the argument that they were having. Now, in my opinion, do I believe that these women are voting for the patriarchy because of their husbands or whatever the case? Yeah. Do I believe that Candace Owens has that mindset? Absolutely. Yeah. Candace Owens is that black girl with the white boy husband who whatever that white boy husband tell her to do is yes, 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 yes. That's it. But it's both far ends of the spectrum. Nobody really loses because yeah, she might have got a one-up on a debate, but when you really go deep into Princella's her message, she want all the women to be daggers, and I don't like that from an old dagger. You get it? I don't want to be in a world where it's up. I don't want to. I seen an ulterior motive from Princella a long time ago, so I kind of fell back off of her. I did a video that did really good, but I did a video where she went over there and cussed outside Netta and all them. It was dope. I was here for it, but I started to realize she had ulterior motives. And then too, also for the women who follow Princella, this is just my question, because on one hand, she be like taking up for y'all, but when she be going on other platforms with the dudes, she be dragging y'all. So I don't know. I don't know. I tell you, me, I lie somewhere in the middle. I don't want to be up under no patriarchy. I don't want to have to go to nobody asking for no money. I want to have my own money. But I also understand that I love being catered to and taken care of by a man. I ain't none of you new hoes. Oh, no. I want to be taken care of. I want to feel good. I want my man to do stuff for me. I want him to open the door. I want him to buy me stuff. Yes. Proud gold digger. What's up? I'm not like y'all. I want a man. Bitch, y'all can get out. I don't need a man. I don't need a no, bitch. I want one. I don't care. I don't have to have one, but I want one. I want one. I don't have to have one. If God make it to well, now I got one. I got one right now. But if God forbid, God make it the way he take them out, and then I ain't got nobody else, then I'm going to have to get it how I live. And I've learned to love me enough to where being by myself don't scare me. Don't let that go over your head. But neither here nor there. I got one, and I want one. I don't want to be a butch, clear, buzz cut lesbian out here saying that I can do the things that a man can do. I can't. I don't want to fix on cars. I don't want to drive trucks. I don't want to do none of that shit. I want to get my nails done, my feet done. I want to be cute. I want to chill. I don't want to do none of that. Y'all can have it. I don't want to fight in no wars. I don't want to go and get put on the front line because a bunch of lesbian dykes, bulldaggers, done decided that they wanted to come on here and tell the people down in the military that they won't fight. No, bitch. You want to fight. I don't want to fight. Okay? You want to fight. Don't speak for me. And this is the gag. Most Black Americans have always felt like that when it came to feminism. Remember, Candace is not a Black American. Candace is from the Caribbean. Is that Shirley Chisholm? Who was that but came in there busting that hollering, ain't I a woman? I always get her name mixed up. That woman is a foreigner. That woman is not a Black American who came with that ideology with feminism and all that stuff. Even though she is a Black woman, she's a foreigner. She's a foreigner. Was it Sojourner Truth? Y'all know I mix them up every time. Was it Sojourner Truth? Whoever bust in the feminist movement, bust through the door and say, ain't I a woman? That wasn't us. That wasn't Black Americans. That was a foreigner lady. So I'm just saying, while y'all over here it's just opposite ends of the spectrum though, but people felt like Candace got on, but Candace didn't get to say nothing. I just feel like y'all got to be careful, man. Be careful. Just be careful out here with the people you follow, bro. That's all I can say. Just be careful. Woo. Just be careful, because, man, when I heard Princella get on here and say she was reading the book, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget that. Y'all remember, I'm a YouTuber. I'm a YouTubian outside of a YouTuber, meaning I'm on the other side, nigga. I follow everybody y'all follow. I'm subscribed. Whoever you subscribe to, if I ain't subscribed now, I used to be subscribed. I know all the people you know on YouTube for the most part. Okay? And I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. When I was following her and I was hearing the Bonobo tribe and she was going in on the women. Oh, she was going in, y'all this, y'all that, wooty woo. And then she started talking about they could live and create a society. I said, oh yeah, let me get up out of here. Let me get up off of here. This ain't my thing. I went in the wrong room. You feel what I'm saying? I was at the Illuminati party and I opened the wrong door. My bad. Let me back out. Cause see the way my brain and my body set up. Yeah, I want some zinc. Okay. I want some zinc and I need a body to go with it. I need it attached to a body. Let me rephrase that. I want mine permanently attached to the body. If that's okay. If it's possible, I would sure appreciate just to have a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of that. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like y'all. I'm not gonna get on this internet lie. I do want a nigga, bitch. I don't want to pay for all my stuff. No, I don't want to. Every time I go out to eat, I gotta pay. No, that's crazy. Every time we go somewhere, I gotta. No, girl, no. I needs me a nigga with a pocketbook. Nope, back up. I needs me a man with a wallet, please and thank you, and a heavy one. A heavy. Heavy. It's got to be heavier than mine, and mine's got a little weight on it. You get it? I'm just saying. It's got to be heavier than mine, and mine got a little weight on it. Mine not heavy, but mine got a little weight on it. That's all I'm going to say. Right? Got a little weight on it. You can't just flick it around. You might have to hold it. You don't need two hands, though. You don't need two hands. You don't need two hands to hold my wallet, but you might want to pay attention when you pick it up. Something might fall out. You never know. But see, I don't know. You got to have a heavier pocketbook than me, and mine got a little weight on it. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Yeah. With that being said, let me get some more super chats up in here, y'all, because I'm about to get up off here. I got to do basketball wives. Yes. Southern Cooking, thank you. Southern Louisiana Cooking, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, love you down, Boo. Oh, and you sent it twice. Thank you so much. I love you too, Boo. Birchwood of the Great North. Hey, Boo. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm all over the place. Carolyn Johnson, thank you for the super chat. Half of me say she planned it. The other half say it was an inside job that was planned with the choreographer. Girl, listen, Beyonce trying to make news because y'all not buying that album. Y'all got to go buy the album. So honestly, like I said, even if it's unreleased music, we not worried about it. She tell her the music is safe. Beyonce, your music is safe wherever it is. Ain't nobody running to go get it. I promise you. Divine Empress, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, Boo, Miles in chat. Dealing with my brother's passing. Boo, please give me some advice dealing with all these people who coming out of the woodworks. We don't even know. I'm ready to pop. Pray for us. Have a wonderful show. Yes, Divine Empress, shout out to you, Boo. She lost her brother. Miss Parker called me yesterday and told me I meant to reach out. My apologies, but she did lose her brother recently, and they dealing with that. I got you, Meraki. I hope I didn't say your name wrong. I'm sorry. I got you, girl. But anyway, where was I going with this? What was I saying? I forgot. I was reading the comments, but yeah, she lost her brother. I'm sorry. So y'all, if y'all could please put some prayers in the chat or some prayer hands in the chat, and you are definitely in my thoughts and prayers. And call me if you need anything, please and thank you. And with that being said, y'all, I got to dip. Now, before I dip, I saw somebody say it was their birthday. Meraki, is that how you say your name? Marakai? I'm so sorry if I mispronounced your name. But I do want to say happy birthday to you and any and everybody who has a birthday. I got to get off, let Saint out, do basketball wives, and try to get my nails done. I might be going to New Orleans this weekend. I'm trying to think about it. But with that being said, love y'all down to the ground. Catch y'all on the next one. Oh, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 50,000 subscribers. So subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Happy birthday.
It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we love. For your boy, for your boy, for your boy, for your boy.
you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here. Mr. Carroll. How you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.